Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Dynamite DnD, the most technologically advanced Dungeons & Dragons live stream on the internet. My name is Steve. I am your dungeon master for the afternoon/evening/whatever time zone you may be in. Thank you for joining us here at our humble little game. We're going to do a quick round of introductions around the table. Erin, say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody. My name is Korv in character. I am an Aarakocra and widowed male, if you can tell through my feathers. And I am very excited to be here today, and I hope you enjoy.
Erin is a bard, Aarakocra bard. Next up on the docket is none other than Sam. Sam, say hi to everybody.
Hello, my name is Sam Hears, and I'm playing as Robair, Genasi, Ranger Extraordinaire, Monster Slayer, and part-time father.
Next up, we're going to go to Mr. Curley. Curley, say hello to everybody.
Hello, everyone. My name is Curley. I play as an awakened shrub with a pet named Hazel. A half-elf sorceress. And she's fantastic. Which we're probably going to lose this round, so look forward to that, everybody.
Hazel Groundswell, half-elf sorceress. It's the other way around in case you have missed the other streams. Hazel has a houseplant. Last but not least is Paige. Paige, say hi to everybody.
What's up? This is Paige. I'm playing Idunn Corpse Knotter. She's a level 3 barbarian Goliath, and she's out to knot corpses. Yeah.
Last time
Dead wasps.
on Dynamite D&D, our heroes made it across the landscape of Saren, the continent of Saren, engaging in various encounters along the way. Encounters such as helping a barrel maker whose wagon had broken down, finding a field of flowers, finding a pack of wolves, fighting a pack of axe beaks, which are very large birds. What else did they do? They made it to the plains of Shale, which are further out in the western edge of the continent, where there's not a whole lot of civilization. And in the plains of Shale, they found some other interesting activities. They found a cactus with some toxic blooms that Robair harvested. They found a strange little... Nobody ever really figured out what he was, but this strange little blue, small humanoid thing.
We never asked
that
his name.
was setting up a shop front, which was basically just a bunch of garbage. And they bought some of his wares, and he was grateful. And he saw Hazel's shrubbery and decided he wanted it. Hazel would not give it up, and so he left in a huff. He came back later that night and tried to sneak into the campsite and steal it, but Idunn prevented him from doing so. They went further in and found an ankylosaurus, which was dying from a broken leg left on the side of the road. It looked like it had been harnessed up as if it were going to be used as a beast of burden. They saved it by casting animal friendship on it so it wouldn't freak the heck out when they approached it. Splinted up its leg with the rope and a javelin. They continued on, and they finally made it to the Astral Tower, where they saw, though it was supposed to be abandoned in an empty husk of a ruin, they saw that the Astral Tower had been made into the campsite of a bunch of mercenaries. They camped out and observed the mercenaries for a long while to see and try and figure out some way of getting access to the tower without being spotted or detected, trying to avoid fighting off 100 armed fighters. They eventually settled on the plan of following a hunting party out that had left the mercenary camp, following the hunting party out, taking out the hunting party, stealing their clothes, and trying to sneak in. While they decided on that, Petunia, their NPC friend, realized that she could shapeshift into a snake. She did so and slithered off into the camp on her own.
I wonder where she got that idea.
The heroes tracked down the hunting party, captured them. They were trying to flee with their lives, but our heroes captured them, took off all their clothes, garbed themselves and disguised themselves. And though the hunter was begging and pleading for his life, in tears, they slaughtered all 4 of them.
Yeah.
Did not leave anyone alive.
He had tears because I broke his nose. That's what he was crying from.
And he didn't want to die. But then you sleeper held him, and then Idunn broke his neck.
Yeah, it's peaceful.
He didn't know. The last thing he saw was happiness.
The plan was executed. Robair and Hazel disguised themselves as hunters, and they bandaged up their faces as if they were injured. They took Idunn and Korv as prisoner, bound their hands with very loose-fitting knots so they could break their bonds, walked into the camp, were accosted by one of the guards. They told their story, and the guard bought it. And he said, "Wow, I remember that the scout lady whose face was shredded up, he named her as Temperantia. She warned us about this group. We got to take them in." And so he started taking them in, and as he was walking through the camp, somebody sprung out the horses and the ankylosaur, the other ankylosaur that they had used as a beast of burden. They sprung them from the stables and caused chaos in the camp. Everybody in the camp ran to deal with this chaos, and in the ensuing confusion, our heroes slipped inside the tower. Once inside the tower, they were met with some insects, giant wasps that flew down and started attacking them, and giant centipedes which crawled out from this fountain and began to bite at them. This is the map of the Astral Tower where they are now. You can see the large opening central chamber where they are currently. They barred the front door, and so now we rejoin our heroes inside the Astral Tower. You have just resolved combat with some insects. To refresh your memory, Hazel is poisoned because she got stung by a wasp and reduced to 0 hit points.
Yeah,
So
in the belly.
she is poisoned. The others of you, you're not at 100%
Robair.
full strength. You searched around this intro area. This is a fountain that looks like it has water trickling through it. The items that are inside the tower all seem to have been placed there recently. The tower as a whole is ancient stonework, which has marvelously withstood the passage of time. You have three other doors, which you can see.
Not so good, guys.
I want to check out the fountain.
The fountain is
Investigate.
a stone carved fountain. It looks like it was attempted to be cleaned up and restored, but then somebody just gave up because it was too hard. Roll a survival check.
9.
9. There is water trickling into the fountain.
Okay.
I'd like to
the
heal.
giant-
I'd like to try to heal our dear
I would appreciate that.
dear princess Hazel.
Petunia steps in and says, "Wait, let me."
I lean on
Oh,
Petunia.
Oh, that's true.
She doesn't let you lean on her, but she casts Cure Wounds
I
on you.
fall over when she moves away.
You get 11 HP back
Oh, thank you, Petunia. How long do I poison myself for?
for an hour. Disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Giant centipedes came out of this water here.
I would like to extract a poison gland from one of these wasps.
Roll a nature check.
5.
You are not familiar with the anatomy of a wasp enough to know where to dig in and
what a mess
get the
I've
poison
made
gland.
I want to look in this water.
Roll a survival check.
Ooh, 12.
You see that the water is clear and drinkable. You surmise that it was probably irrigated here after the mercenaries set up camp. You can't imagine that a natural water source would have made it here from the ruin original.
I wash my face.
You wash your face.
I wonder if it's from the. Is
You
it
can-
connected to
I
the
wanna
well?
clean the
You can
wound of
open up
poison.
tins without
Uh-oh.
dropping your weapon.
Is it connected
want-
to the well?
I would like to discern to see if it's
Is
connected.
it connected to the...
Regrets. We have
Hazel
regrets.
tried to clean a wound with poison water.
I mean, I don't even know if my petal scam worked. My not toxic.
Yeah,
petal.
Robair's kind of the only one who knows that he put the stuff in there. So Robair, roll insight.
I want to. Yeah, I want to look up.
determined
I
it
want to
was
see if
3.
there's pipes or tubes. 18.
Robair knows that, the well is the only water source.
Look,
we saw
I wouldn't
around
drink
here.
that. I put the petals in the well outside.
I'm like holding my hands with
Drink
water
from your
ready to drink.
Drink from your drink from your
What?
skein. Drink
You
from your
poison
skein.
the water?
Yeah.
Sploosh.
Well, I don't know if I poisoned it. I put some poisonous plants into the
Hazel,
well.
roll a Constitution check.
I had like 22.
Because Petunia healed you before you started washing yourself up, your wounds closed up. So luckily you didn't get any inside your body.
I used whatever water skin that I had to clean off
Wait.
the bad water. What do you?
I'm just trying to even the odds. Okay, hundreds of them versus the 5 of us. Give me a break.
Okay.
Also,
okay.
is it weird to me that they didn't clear out the the ruins of bugs and beasts? Have they even come in here?
I thought they'd be in here, but why? I mean,
We barricaded the door.
But can
I'm
they
going-
control bugs?
I'm going to look around for signs that there has been activity inside from recent activity from the mercenaries.
I think it's important to make sure that we're
Perception
safe.
check.
Perception is 6.
The place looks very, very clean.
I am gonna put my ear against this door and listen to see if there's still chaos outside.
It is. You don't even have to listen at
Oh
the door.
boy,
You can
yeah,
hear
it's
it
still
out
going.
there.
Let's hurry.
You
Let's
can
check
hear
this.
it out
Let's clear
there.
it.
I'm gonna check this door.
You go to that door. It is
I am-
unlocked. Simple wooden door.
I will open it.
Again, all this stuff looks as though it was fabricated recently. So this door has been recently put on.
And then I'd like to look at the ceiling for a wasp nest.
Inside the room.
There is no... Oh, okay.
Yeah, in the room we're in. And the centipede came out of the well,
Centipedes came out of the well, and the wasps were on the ceiling.
and the
Centipedes
Not the
centipedes
well.
weren't
They were-
poisoned.
The centipedes were just in the
Centipedes
fountain.
were in the fountain.
Maybe that's why it came out, because I poisoned the water.
My wound will tell you that they were slightly poisoned.
Looks like an entry chamber. You look up and there are no wasps on the ceiling in the entry chamber.
And there's
Just keep
another
your eyes
door?
open, okay?
Is that another door?
Looks like 2 doors. once
Let's
you
keep.
enter.
Let's clear it. And
There's an
maybe
old,
a chest.
old footlocker.
I busted the last one. Robair, it's your turn.
I'm
Is it-
just
I-
like watching the back just in case anyone comes. I'm just
I'm going to see if it's locked.
It is not locked.
Also, I'm going to talk quieter. I'm going to open it up.
is the voice I'm using now.
Going
You open up the footlocker, which seems to be very ancient, and it is picked clean already. This seems like it was left behind from the original days of the tower.
Let's check this room.
Check.
Just
Another chamber with an ancient-looking chest and an ancient-looking set of shelves.
Okay,
I'm
I'm
looking
just
in
going
the
to go ahead
shelves.
and pop it open real quick.
Nothing is inside. Looks
Okay.
like it's been picked clean.
Shelves empty as well.
Yep.
All right.
I
Well,
look
at
at
least-
I look at the ground of the shelf. I want to see if there's any scrape marks on the ground.
Roll perception.
12.
You do not see any signs of
Secret
shifting
entrances.
scratches on the ground.
Nothing in here,
everything's
everyone.
Oh wait, did we
Alright.
look
Alright.
up? Is there wasps on the ceiling? Are we scared?
I'm sure we would have been attacked. Let's
pretty-
keep going.
So the rest of the tower is unremarkable, save for this stone chair in the central room here. Looks to be an audience chamber where the lord of this tower would have received visitors and held audience.
Petunia, get in here. Come look at this.
On the throne, on the chair back of the throne, you can see the emblem of ancient Aarakocra.
Is
Like-
anything coming to mind, Petunia? What are you? What are
Nothing
you
is coming to
feeling?
my mind. All I know is that this is the same symbol that I've been seeing in my head
Maybe
for the
try
past several days.
sitting in the throne.
Petunia sits in the throne.
I just say Robair looks behind the throne.
Roll perception.
19.
You see that the throne is framed with a square molding.
Onto the wall.
Yeah.
This seems a little odd, don't you think, Hazel?
What do you want to do, Robair?
What do you think, Petunia? You think there's some sort of hidden chamber back there?
I don't know. All I know is that this symbol
Hey,
is
Can I
important
come-
somehow.
Idunn,
I want to come move the throne.
Idunn, come here.
We need your strength.
Give it a little wiggle. Let's see if it gives any.
Roll a strength check.
I'm
20.
sorry. I got
The
gross
throne
there.
shifts ever so slightly as you give it a wiggle.
Is Petunia
And
still sitting
as
in
you
it?
continue to push, it swivels. The whole dais turns. It is a turntable that swivels around
By Eden's force or by
stand
automatic?
back.
by Eden's force.
Okay. Very good.
You find a secret chamber behind the stone throne.
I love hidden
And you
chambers.
see a spiral staircase going up.
Korv, come on.
If the mercenaries picked over everything else, they might not have found this.
That's a good point.
Let's go.
Be cautious.
Very
that
cautious.
means also all traps might be unsprung.
You ascend the stairs.
Yes, yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
Cautiously and stealthily.
Aiden in the front.
You ascend the stairs and find a treasure room.
Whoa.
Oh.
So let's take a look around. And this is a gate in front of us.
Yes, it is a iron gate that looks very old with rust, but still stands in between you and the treasure chests.
I'm gonna open it.
You're going to attempt to
Open the.
the gate. You roll a strength. It's locked, number one, so you
That's
can attempt to
rust.
roll a strength check.
5.
5. Eden grasps the bars and pulls back. It seems as though she does not have the force necessary to wrench it off of its hinges.
Go ahead, Hazel. Give it a shot.
I
You
put my
cocky
hand
little
on it
freak.
and shocking grasp the metal.
You charge it with electricity from your shocking grasp, and you turn it into an electromagnet.
Ooh.
and the chests are drawn towards the iron
Nice.
grating.
Not what
Okay.
I intended, but
Cool.
cool.
Just fake it, girl.
Okay, can we open them
Can
from
we
here?
reach the
You
chest?
can reach through the bars
Yeah, I'm sure.
and attempt to open the chests.
I'll leave
Got
this
the
to you
longest
guys.
arm here.
Out of these 4 chests, 4 of them are unlocked.
Nice.
Oh,
Gonna
okay.
reach through
Whoever
and
put
open.
them here did not think that it was worth putting locks on them because of the iron gate. Robair, roll a d8.
Double
6.
pyramid.
You find a potion
Oh, thank God.
bottle
Oh.
inside.
Oh, shit.
You'll have to spend some time examining it if you want to know what it is.
Okay. I'm gonna
You want to
pop it open and drink it.
Robair's size doubles in all dimensions.
Oh.
His weight is multiplied by 8. He is now a large creature. Roll a d4, Robair.
One.
For 1 hour, you will be enlarged.
Oh boy.
Until the
Hopefully.
spell ends, you have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. Your weapon also grows to match your new size.
Whoa.
While your weapons are enlarged, your attacks will deal an extra 1d4 damage.
Let's not waste this time. We gotta find somebody to fight.
Well. My wife would like this.
Everything's doubled.
You try to take the gate off of the hinges.
Roll a strength check with advantage.
18.
Yeah, you can rip it right off. So, Robair just did that. Korv, roll a d8.
7.
You find a small bag, a velvet, purple velvet pouch.
Again.
Inside the bag, you find, roll 3d4.
We have 5.
Inside the bag are 5 dry beans.
Does anybody know what these beans are?
Petunia says if somebody locked them up here, they must be worth something.
No, no,
Eden,
no, no, no.
roll a
I
d8.
got these beans.
Okay.
5.
If you find another potion bottle,
I am not going to drink it. I am going to put it away. I don't even want to spend time looking at it
I
yet.
didn't bring any.
this potion's dense purple liquid
Oh.
has an ovoid cloud of pink floating in it.
Ooh, pink. There's one
Hazel,
more.
roll a
Oh,
d8.
sorry.
8. Inside this chest, you find an ornate quiver. It is very slender. It has gold accents.
I'm assuming I have a quiver for my bolts.
It has 3 separate compartments in its
Arcana.
chamber. It seems as though inside one of the chambers, you see the tip of a spear.
I would instinctively pull it out. I mean,
Pull out a full-length spear from the quiver.
how big's the quiver?
Oh.
And quiver size.
Magic.
I put the spear back in and then pull it back out.
The spear collapses into the quiver, disappearing into some extra-dimensional space.
Yeah.
Probably good for javelins.
I want to try sticking all of my other bolts in it. I have, 51?
All of them fit inside.
And I can pull them
they
back out?
slip into the extra-dimensional space.
I just toss my old quiver. Yeah,
idea,
I strap this to my
Sorrow's
back. This quiver seems to be able to hold limitless amounts of ammo. And I take the spear out and I hand it to Eden.
Are there any other doors here, Steve?
Check this out.
Negative.
Nice.
All right,
Good.
let's
Wanna
get
try
out
put
of
it
here.
in?
Let's return to the first floor.
You return to the first floor.
Are these stairs
Yeah,
up?
we're
Can
gonna
we go
up
up?
the stairs now.
Oh
You
boy.
ascend the
All
stairs,
the
and you
doors,
see a
yeah.
long hallway. Doors are flanking on the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doors flanking on the right. And then an opening on this side, which you can't quite see what's in there right now.
I want to look in
Are
the
you
opening.
Levitate?
This floor contains a modest library. Amidst the bookshelves, there is a sunken square area of flooring, and it is stained with what looks to be both dried and fresh blood.
Fresh. I want to go in there.
I'm walking towards the books like Belle in Beauty and the Beast. I want to look for any books that might catch my eye. Something about
I
magic,
know what you're
something about
thinking.
Can I-
sorcery.
The books
Don't
are
touch it.
all arranged with a numerical
You touch
sorting system consisting
not
of
gonna
4
touch it.
digits.
I'm
Side, it sounds
walking
like.
and like feathering through the
I'm going to pull a book out of the
books.
shelf and
Anything
look
that's
at
interesting, or what am I
You're
seeing?
walking through and you're seeing a library shelf full of books. And you're feathering your hands across them as you go.
Robair
You
pulls
notice
a-
that they have a system of sorting that is 4 digits. And all these books appear to be new, by the way. The ruins are ancient, but the books, again, have been
new.
placed here recently.
Interesting.
Can I see, is there anything that shows the source of the blood or dried blood up on the ceiling or any dead?
Eden looks up and sees that there is an iron grating on the ceiling through which blood is dripping, and you see a limb hanging
Ooh, I want to go up there.
through.
Oh dear.
This is where I want to go.
How high
you guys
up
wrap
is
up
that?
this bookstore.
Is it up by my
stuff.
face?
20 feet up
Okay.
above your head.
Okay. I would
mean-
like to open a book from the shelf.
You pull down a book.
random book.
Roll a d20.
12.
You open up a book, It appears to be a novel about a sorcerer who rises up from nothing.
I throw it into the pit.
You throw the book into the pit. It lands with a squelch.
The arm that's hanging down, is it a human arm?
I want to try to
Humanoid arm.
I want to try to discern if I can understand the sorting system or anything, but look for anything that's related to like
Roll
the ancient Arcosia or
an
Beltarok.
investigation
or...
check.
15.
The north end of the library starts with 111, and the south end of the library is higher numbers. So it goes from north to south, lower to higher.
Robair would like to push an entire shelf of books into the pit.
Pick a shelf.
This one here.
Roll a strength check with advantage.
Alrighty.
21.
An entire shelf of books upends and crashes on the sunken stone floor.
Just trying to see if
What
it's
did
weighted.
books ever do to you, Robair?
Several of the books fly open, and you see sparks or shards of metal or other traps which are jabbing out from some of the books.
Good thing we didn't go opening books. All right, let's go in another room.
I want to look at the book that you threw first, Robair.
It's in the pit.
You said it was about a
There's
sorcerer?
a metal pokey grating above.
Maybe
And
we
it
stay away
didn't-
from
it-
these trapped books then.
It didn't move at all with any kind of...
I'm now noticing the limb hanging from the
Yeah.
the
I
I
great.
would like to
Guys,
look
it's,
for a lever.
The closer
like
you look,
an
the
obvious
grosser
lever.
it gets in
Roll
there.
an investigation check.
Hazel-
Or sorry, perception check.
And also, these books are trapped, so
Hazel wants to back out of the room.
19.
Perceive no levers or switches in the room.
I don't trust this room.
If there's a whole room of trapped books, there might be way more traps in these other rooms, so be careful, Robair.
You think I don't know? You're the one who's taking
You
your
just
time.
pushed a whole bookshelf over.
You're trying to trigger the trap.
This door is unlocked. Inside, you see a bedroom with ancient-looking furniture and an ancient-looking footlocker.
I kick it open.
There's nothing
I
inside.
kick the bed over.
The bed upends. Your passive perception of 15. As you're kicking open the footlocker, you see the flash of a bronze name placard. The footlocker says the name Racker, and underneath the name, it has the number 1.
Yeah, next room. This one I peek in gingerly.
You see another bedroom with another bed and another footlocker.
Is there a placard on this
There's a
footlocker?
placard on this one.
Which says...
It says Leo Torin.
These are definitely names.
It might be related to the numbers on the bookshelves.
Underneath
There's
his name
4.
is a number 6.
The next one to this room, adjacent.
Be careful.
This door
Never
is
let on your guard.
locked, and it is emblazoned with the image of a dragon's wing.
Ooh,
Eden, can you open this door for me, please?
coming.
You shove and push
that's
and
so
pull
big.
with all your might, and the door does not budge.
Hey,
Robair?
big genie. They
Let's
went
check
up.
these other two. The
Other
name...
2 rooms
the name,
have
if it has a name.
footlockers. This room has the name of Audrin, and
I'm
underneath the name
feeling
Audrin
normal.
is a number 5. And the other one is Albrecht with a number 5.
Now you say there is numerical values in the library.
Yeah, I want to go look at the books.
One of the footlockers has a hunk of polished obsidian in it.
I want to go look at book 5516, if I can find that.
Roll a perception check.
2.
Hazel walks amidst the library books. Says,
Here.
556 isn't here! What's going on?
I thought you said that these were categorized by number. Maybe there's
Hazel is going very quickly and being very excited. And
So I'm
it
gonna go to
goes-
I'm gonna go to the one and I'm gonna look for a Gracker on the authors.
There are no authors written on the outside of the books. It's only the numbers.
I want you to lift me into the grate, and I want to hold on and look and see what I can see up there.
I bend down and I let Eden climb onto my shoulders.
You see,
A single tear comes from my cheek.
it's a iron grating with openings that are about a foot square. And so you look inside and you see
Hooked up with the
several
blood.
dead bodies, some of which look to have been skinned or otherwise mutilated.
They are skinned bodies.
There's only
Roll a
20.
perception check.
12.
Hear soft, raspy, labored breathing.
Somebody might be still alive.
Somewhere up
Oh
there.
my god.
crap.
But we
I
can't,
quit.
We can't get in.
And you see the body of a dwarf with sucks in a gasp of air, and you hear a gurgling sound as he sucks it in surprise.
Can you come closer? I
He-
can't come closer.
Laboredly crawls towards you, and you can see his face has been mutilated. His left eye is completely gone.
What happened?
can I heal him?
He reaches out his hand for you, and he touches your forehead. Kill Herod.
Okay,
Kill Herod.
I shall. He died. He died, everyone. It was a dwarf. He said kill Herod, so we should do that.
I'm still
Herod killed him.
There's Eden, can you explain to me the top of the grating? Does it look like it used to be the floor and it lifted up?
I have no idea. No idea. Can't tell.
Listen, there's only 24 possibilities of these number combinations, guys.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm working it out right now. Check the sixes and to see if anything matches.
Checking
6155 or
the
6551.
First number you're looking for, tell me.
5156.
Roll perception check. Disadvantage because you're poisoned.
6.
Hazel runs around the stacks and says, "This one's not here either! What? Why do they have so many missing books?"
Okay, all right. I'm looking for 6551.
You find 6551.
And I open it.
You open it. Roll a dexterity check. Sorry, dex save.
12.
12. A spring-loaded needle shoots out from the book. But you flinch your head to the side, and it passes by you.
All right, guys, be careful. These books are a little creepy. They're out to get you.
One of the books has the key then is what we're looking for.
Can I have my turn at looking for 5516?
Roll a perception check.
14.
Find 5516.
5516.
I couldn't find that one.
Opening my book. in
You
case
see
there's
an
another one.
ornate silver key that is shaped in the resemblance of a dragon's wing.
The door out there.
Well.
I kind of want to hide it, but I'm like, okay, fine.
Everyone's
Congratulations, Korv, you did it.
Yay.
Try the key on the door.
I gotta
Let's go
share
through
this
the
with
door.
everybody. I'm going to open the door now.
You open the door, and you find stairs leading up.
Oh,
Go!
wait, is this a good thing?
I'm ready.
I don't know if I want to go to the dead bodies, guys.
You ascend the stairs. To your left, there is a long, curving hallway. To the right is a small door. This looks to be an archery guard point because there is arrow slits in this tiny room.
How's the chaos outside? I want to look through the slit.
It's still going. A number of the horses are running in circles around a group of mercenaries. They seem to have gotten the ankylosaurus under control,
Oh, dinosaur.
but the horses are still just too quick. As you round this corner, you see another long hallway. You can see the iron portcullis that you saw from the ground below. You see a long hallway. So you get to this side of the tower. On the opposite end of this hallway, you see a pedestal with a small glowing green cylinder resting atop the pedestal. Robair, roll a perception check.
23.
Robair sees that this hallway is not actually empty. Innumerable wires are crisscrossing through the air, spanning the breadth of the hall, impossibly thin and nearly invisible.
I relay that information to the party.
I'm glad I didn't run right through. I was about to.
It might be magic.
Can I carefully pull out my sword and, everyone stand back?
Yeah.
Try to ping one of the wires to
Pluck
see what
it?
happens. Yeah, pluck. Just a tiny tap on one of the wires.
Roll a dex save.
Dang it.
Because you're a barbarian, you roll dex saves with advantage.
10.
As you touch your sword to one of the wires, it sparks and crackles with a flaring green energy
Jeez.
that wraps around your sword and travels to you like a creeping vine.
Can I drop it?
And as the vine gets to you, thorns of green energy stab out
Oh.
and jab into your arm.
Let's not go this way.
You take 5 piercing damage, and then the green vines fade out of existence. Robair sees as the vines appear, the cylinder flashes brightly.
Might be the control point.
Eden
I'll shoot it
was.
with one of my big arrows. 'Cause it's
Roll.
a giant thing.
An attack roll with disadvantage.
13.
Your arrow is wrenched off course by one of the wires, which flares out with green vines, and thorns spike out.
After I hit the wire with my sword, did the wire disappear or just the thorns?
Just the thorns.
Oh.
I try again. 27.
40.
You shoot the cylinder,
I read that
which
needle.
flares up very brightly, and your arrow is incinerated.
I want to try to shoot
I'm
a
gonna-
ray
I
of
imagine
frost.
Couldn't
Roll
throw me over
with
Maybe
disadvantage.
magic will help it. 14.
Your
Yeah.
spell collides with one of the wires, which absorbs the magic, and the green energy spikes out. You open this door, and you see a capstand, which has a mechanism of gears connected to it.
This might let down the floor.
You're big enough to move it. Try
I'll give it a shot.
working the contraption.
Robair spins the capstand. It spins as though it's been well oiled and maintained, and it rotates. Hazel outside sees the iron grating opening here.
The iron grate is opening. If you let
Can
go
anybody
of that, does
can
it...
anybody turn into a snake and slither to the other side?
yeah.
Petunia, you might be able to get through.
Can you sneak underneath?
Oh jeez, if only we had maybe a shrub. Maybe a shrub could get underneath too.
Will not risk Toad.
Yes, I can only shift a number of times, and I've already shifted once. I say you should send your shrub.
We might need the bear form more than we need a bush.
Okay, Robair, can you guide me so you can see the
Robair,
What is the passive perception of the shrub?
just a flat 10?
God, he's-
If you can guide me, I'll guide Toad. We can maybe get him over there. Don't know what he's gonna do though.
I put my head to the ground and I look to see if there's any
Clear path.
clear path on the floor.
Some of the wires are affixed to the ground.
Okay. Going up and down. Okay. Can I see a straight shot, or is it pretty well covered?
Crisscrossy.
It's definitely well covered.
Okay.
You sense that a dexterous enough individual could worm their way through the hallway, your size or otherwise. Well,
I would-
maybe not your size, but medium size or otherwise.
Well, then I'd like
Oh.
to help. I'd like to help Hazel guide Toad through the
Let's do this, boys.
trap.
You attempt to guide Toad the shrub. So, you're going to roll 3 dexterity checks for Toad himself, with advantage because you're guiding him. It's going to get progressively harder as you get further down the hall because it's harder to see down the hall. Knowing this, are you going to continue?
I have to at this point. Okay, you might kill off TV's favorite character right now, but okay.
Petunia looks at you and says, "What is TV?"
I have no attachment to bush.
If you truly wish to learn about magic, says Petunia, you should learn not to get attached to your tools.
Okay, Petunia.
Silver hair
Just
coming
call
in.
my
That's
friend.
pretty
a
harsh,
toad.
Petunia. I have to admit.
No, we all can't just be friends with everybody.
You eat the plants of the earth.
It's got sentience a little bit. Look how cute he is.
It has no will of its own.
Look how cute.
Petunia, she's just a girl.
Toad.
A young girl.
Toad, smile at Petunia.
Based on what you've told me of your experience thus far, I thought you'd be a little smarter than this.
Wow. We got some
You know what?
jabs in there. Are we in battle?
Petunia, I think you should crawl through here.
Did you make up that story of saving the memory of your father in the Tome of Mazarin? I thought you would have the fortitude to do what's necessary. If you don't, then I'll show you who will. She shifts into a snake.
I think you shouldn't talk about things you don't know about,
Okay,
Petunia.
no, it's okay. Petunia, you motivated Petunia.
Shifts back
Oh,
and kicks over the pedestal with a cylinder,
all right. I don't know what you did,
which
Hazel. You got
glows
it.
dark.
And
No more
the wires are still there.
Wires are still there.
Oh.
Petunia grabs one of the wires and plunk.
I just walk through the wires,
Clunk, 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 clunk,
Flunk,
clunk.
flunk,
but I want to
flunk.
look and see what happened over here.
The dead bodies. I can't wait.
Do we know if the portcullis just stayed a little bit open, or did it like slam when you let go of it?
It's open.
Okay.
Lots of bodies,
Gross.
some fresh, some old, some eviscerated, some skinned,
How
some
old?
missing parts.
How
we-
old
can we
is
get
it?
in there?
Ancient, like
they-
dust.
No.
Do I see any jewels or gold?
Nope. Nothing
Alright. 'Cause
has
they're-
been left to these poor souls.
I want to go inside and kind of just see. I just want to check around.
Korv's
see if
already
there's-
in there checking bodies.
Yeah.
I'm looking
Pecking at.
I'm pecking away.
I like to go and like move some bodies, see what's underneath, see if there's
See a
anything
lot
in
of
here that's
nudity.
interesting.
Check the recently deceased dwarf.
Yeah, see if he's okay, if he's dead. I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Hazel is staying out of the room.
Yes, nothing lives in this room.
All
There's
right,
no,
I'm
no
done.
like
Now-
objects or anything.
Leave those
Okay,
souls in
all right.
peace.
Get me out of there.
That is a door to a balcony outside.
Oh, we don't want to do that because they might see us. Okay.
All right.
I am going to look under the table.
You see an oddly large amount of used chewing gum.
I try to
Tried
take
it.
it and chew it.
Ew.
Okay.
Yummy.
Robair's chewing used gum.
And how is it?
Oh god, I hope it.
Flavorless and kind of gross.
It keeps me occupied.
Big mouth.
Robair would like to attempt to blow a bubble. I pinch it off. I crack open the store, and I throw it outside. The thread, Steve. Is it still? It's broken.
Yep.
Can it? Is it good thread? Is it like metal filament?
It's not sturdy when you pick it up.
Okay.
Here's the magic that was infused with it gave it strength.
Okay. The room to my
Bye.
right first.
This is an opulent-looking bedroom, gaudy and ostentatious, with an overpowering motif of the forest.
Recent?
Overpowering?
Not
All
ancient.
recent.
Ooh, this is Herod's bedroom. Let's
Looks-
leave some like
Possibly.
thorns.
There is
in the
a
bed.
small closet door to the north.
Can I open the closet door?
It is a small wardrobe containing
Anything sweet?
various sets of clothing.
Can I fit
Clothing
into
that looks
the
like
clothing?
styles that could be found all throughout the world.
Men's clothing or women's?
Men's.
I want to sit on the bed and test its.
Is there any
Comfiness.
studded leather armor?
In the closet, no.
Okay.
I want to get a good like comfy test on the bed.
It is plush and opulent.
Is it better than anything I've ever sat on?
Yeah.
We want to check
Hazel lays
drawers. We want to check shelves. We want to look under the bed. We want to flip the mattress off.
So you don't find anything hidden under the mattress. On one of the end tables, you do see a small jewelry box.
Open it.
Inside the jewelry box, you see some, not much, but a few pieces of jewelry that seem to be made of precious metals.
I'm checking this out.
If there's no bracelets, then Korv can have
Roll
them.
an insight check.
10.
You don't know how much they're worth, but probably more than 50.
Cool, let's keep them. So the
I've
total
already
contents.
taken it.
I'm fine with it.
Eden, rip open the pillows.
Okay, I'm gonna rip open the pillows.
Rip open the
Jeez.
pillows. Down feathers fly everywhere.
Yay!
It is a mess.
Okay, you guys can stay
can't
for this.
easily clean up down feathers. That have
You
been-
guys can stay for last part, or
Released.
you can leave.
Robair's gonna pee on the bed.
Why?
roll Constitution check.
16.
Yeah, you
just the
gotta
giant.
go.
She's the third leg. Maybe I'm gonna go in the other room.
Let's try the other room.
This room appears to be a workstation with all manner of chemicals and alembics and glassware.
Is there any books
Okay.
about potions or
There is
something?
a small
here?
bookshelf on the north wall.
Hazel looks at the books.
Roll perception check.
8.
Your vision is kind of fuzzy because of the poison, and to you open the books, it looks like doctor scribbles.
This might help, Robair. And I just hand one of the random books to Robair.
I'd like to open it up and see if there's anything about healing poison.
Roll a medicine check.
13.
You do not comprehend the information within the
I
books.
don't know, this is gibberish.
I would like to see if I can understand it.
Roll a medicine check.
7.
Nope.
Yeah.
I knock
Yeah.
over the table.
You knock over the table, and glass and odd chemicals are spilled everywhere.
Hey, I leave the room.
The noxious cloud beginning to
Yeah, we're leaving.
fill the
Let's
room.
go, let's go, let's go, quickly.
All right, let's go up.
The stairs lead out into open air on the top of the tower.
Oh, dang.
Beautiful.
You can see the great black dome is here, closed off, and the path wraps around the tower. You can see that the chaos down below has all but been extinguished. They finally got all the horses wrapped up. The Ankylosaurus is back in its pen.
Petunia, does anything stirring inside you?
Why are we here, Petunia?
This is where the ancient civilization of Aarakocra held great importance. There's something here. The Great Black Dome has a doorway
Let's
here.
go.
Any way to see into it or at all? There's no windows
There's a
or.
solid door. This does not appear recent. This appears to have been part of the original tower. Emblazoned on the door is the shield with the dragon wing crest.
Petunia,
we
it's
can
the
open
same
it?
thing you drew.
Is it locked?
We
And he reaches forward and pushes the double doors open. Inside the dome, you see a circle of runes, faintly glowing with
Skull!
not blue but green energy.
And there's no one inside here, no anything. Looking up.
No one inside.
Hazel looks up.
The inky blackness of the dome fills you with slight unease.
I want to try reading the runes if I recognize any of them from my
Roll
studies.
An Arcana check.
7.
The nausea wells up and you have to stifle vomiting as the poison courses through your veins. And you can't concentrate long enough to read whatever script this is.
Petunia, do you know what this is?
I don't know what it is, but I feel as though it's important. Something is important here, and I'm going to find out what.
Nope.
Petunia enters the stone circle. As Petunia enters the circle of runes, they glow with green energy, and you see the dome overhead split open and begin to open and reveal the sunlight cascading in from above,
Maybe some people
folding
should go
down
back in the
into
hallway.
the floor of the tower, taking the doors with it, so now you're exposed on the entirety of the tower. As the dome opens up, as it's about halfway down, you see a grotesque face that looks to be made out of stone peer over the edge and give a blood-curdling shriek. It is a gargoyle.
Ooh,
what?
so cool.
Roll for initiative.
21.
12.
19.
9.
As the
Hazel
gargoyle
says.
shrieks, you see its head pop up on the side of the dome, and it's like traveling down as the dome travels down. As the gargoyle's head is traveling down, you see weapons floating through the air appear over the dome. Flying weapons fly down, and they begin to attack you. One
that
on
how you destroy
Robair,
it?
one on Petunia, one on Idunn. Idunn, 7 to hit.
Does not hit.
On Robair, 20 to hit.
Hit.
8 slashing damage. And on Petunia, 22 to hit, max damage of 9.
Hazel moves back one spot, casts mage armor.
So I'm gonna be moving up into the sky. My eyes are on that gargoyle. I'm gonna shoot a bow right in his freaking forehead. 9 to hit.
That will not hit.
Well,
It ricochets off the gargoyle's
Alright.
rocky hide.
I'm gonna take a bonus action and do a healing word on my dear friend Robair. It is a 6.
Idunn was going to go into a rage.
Rage
Town.
The spectral image of a blue ram's head skull appears on Idunn.
I am going to rage on it with my sword. 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
11 damage.
You break off one of the prongs of its crossguard.
I'm going to do, you're going to see my eye, my black eye with the white slit open up. I'm going to Hunter Sense on the gargoyle. Immediate action, and it lets me know the damage, immunities, resistances, and vulnerabilities of a creature unless it is hidden from divination magic.
You know that the gargoyle is resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks that are not adamantine. It is immune to poison. It is immune to exhaustion, petrification, and poisoned.
Esto gargoyle is magic.
On it.
Gargoyle. Seeing an Aarakocra in the mix, it flies up to match your altitude
Crap.
and charges at you. It's going to make 2 attacks against Korv, one with a bite and one with claws. Critical fail, first roll.
Yes.
Let's see what happens
He's
right
going
off
to
the
fall
bat.
this guy off the side of the building.
That'd be awesome.
Kind of fight.
One of his wings misses a beat, and now enemies have advantage on their attack rolls against it until the end of his next turn.
Okay. That's awesome.
The second attack, now it's going to claw at you. 16 to hit, 4 slashing damage with its claws.
Ouch, ouch.
It chuckles haughtily. The sword is going to attack Idunn once again. 21 to hit, 6 slashing damage, of which you are resistant. The mace is going to attack Robair. 9 to hit.
That's a mask.
And the warhammer is going to attack Petunia. Hit on Petunia. 7 bludgeoning damage.
Ray of Frost, 17 to hit,
17 will hit the gargoyle.
4 damage.
I am not backing down. I'm going to face this stupid pile of rocks, and I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery as a cantrip.
Vicious Mockery. Wisdom saving throw is a 7. 1 damage on the gargoyle.
And you have a disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn. All right, I gave a bardic inspiration, and I guess
I'm going to hit the sword again. 20 to hit, 14 damage.
You shatter the sword. Boom! Its pieces fall lifeless to the ground.
Sure.
Short sword on the mace. 23 to hit.
That will hit.
11 damage.
It's a flanged mace, and you chip off one of its flanges.
Related.
Gargoyle
You
is
look
going
alike.
to attack Korv. Disadvantage on the bite. Here it comes.
Flexing my bird feathers.
Trying to look
10 to hit.
No, it misses.
And on the claws, which are regular,
There's more.
17 to hit.
Okay, that stings a little.
6 slashing damage.
Jeez.
Petunia's turn. Because I skipped her turn at the beginning, she's going to get 2 turns now. She's going to disengage as her first turn, number 1. And she's going to yell, Idunn, cover me! She's going to close her eyes and gesture with her hands, utter a prayer to the moon, and the gem in her crystal shines with a silver light. That silver light shoots up to the sky, and a moonbeam is cast down atop the gargoyle. 5 feet diameter and 40 feet high. So it envelops the gargoyle, which shrieks out in pain as it makes a Constitution saving throw. 8, which fails. It is going to take 12 radiant damage. It is engulfed in ghostly flames that cause searing pain. And the moonbeam persists.
Swords.
1 attack on Robair. 2nd attack on... we gotta put you in some danger. Hazel. Robair with the mace. 9 to hit on
Miss.
Robair. Hazel with
Oh, can I have that one?
the warhammer. 9 to hit Hazel.
Doesn't hit Hazel. Hazel's gonna cast Shatter, boys.
Where are you centering your
I'm going
shatter?
to center it so that it hits these 2 gentlemen here.
But this guy's 20 feet in the air,
So up then?
so you can't hit both of them.
Oh, it's 20. Then I'm going for the gargoyle with Shatter anyways.
All right. 13. No,
No.
he saves.
He saves. He takes half of this thunder damage. 17. Thunder.
Half of 17 is 8. A thunderous burst erupts from the top of the tower.
Oh yeah, that was for
You hear horses neigh from far below.
That's nature.
It's the horse. In case you missed that.
I'm going to attack it with words. Vicious Mockery. I'm not backing down.
Humanoid.
He rolled a 2 on his wisdom save.
Yeah, all right. 3.
3 damage.
I'm gonna attack the warhammer. 7 to hit.
That will not hit the warhammer. You swing your sword, and the metal head of the warhammer intercepts, and clunk, your sword clanks off of it.
Fighting the mace. 21 to hit.
That will hit,
10 damage.
and the mace shatters into bits.
Boom.
Gargoyle is starting his turn inside a moonbeam. He's going to roll a Constitution saving throw. He critted on his Constitution saving throw,
Oh.
so he's going
nice.
to take half of 2d10. So he's going to take 7. Still a nice hit. The gargoyle is engulfed in searing flames, so he's going to move out of the moonbeam, and now he's going to attack with his bite with disadvantage on you. 13 to hit,
Misses! Sucker!
and the claws with regular
Oh, crap.
roll. 16 to hit.
Yeah, he had some.
A nice piddling 3 slashing damage. Petunia grabs a loose pebble from the ground and enchants it
Oh.
with magic,
Hell yeah, it does.
and it launches itself. She misses with her magic stone. Robair is getting attacked by the warhammer. That's a big miss from the warhammer.
I am going to Wellspring up my sorcery points as a bonus action, burn all 3, and get a second spell slot,
Ah.
a level 2 spell slot, and cast Shatter once more.
Yeah, he failed a saving throw just now. 18
thunder damage.
The thunder creates hairline fissures in the gargoyle's skin,
Whoa.
and he breaks apart.
Whoa!
It's a
Hazel's
sustained magic assault of Petunia. and Hazel.
Robair's under the falling rocks going like it's rain.
I
It's
am going to
gone.
try to shoot another stinking arrow at this thing, at the last remaining creature. 10
Or Eden's hair.
to
Nice.
hit.
That will not hit.
I'm going to rage on the warhammer. 23 to hit.
Hit.
10 damage.
Robair.
Critical!
Critical!
Ooh, boys.
14 damage.
We did it.
Hammer shatters. You have successfully
Oh, I
resolved
thought-
combat.
Trick die.
Yes.
The pieces of the gargoyle and the weapons litter the tower top.
Are there any jewels in the?
Immediately.
There are no jewels amidst the rubble.
Does he have pockets?
Petunia dismisses her moonbeam.
Are the handles of the weapons wrapped with leather bindings?
in a loop.
Yes,
type.
they are. You have time enough to probably grab 2 charges worth.
Yes, 2 loops.
Can I take that time to try to cast Comprehend Languages on the runes and stuff?
You cast Comprehend Languages, and you touch your hands upon the runes inscribed on the ground. And you see that is the language of ancient Aarakocra.
Oh!
And the language reads,
Oh!
use this to open the dome.
Oh. Nice.
Oh.
The moonbeam that Petunia cast recedes back into the sky, and then Petunia steps towards the circle of the center of the tower, and you can see the moonbeam comes back and shoots back down unexpectedly.
Petunia.
Her gem
Make up your mind, Moon.
flares very brightly, and the pillar of moonlight extends out from her, enveloping the entire runic circle.
I'm
shooting
backing up.
into the sky. You can see the
Everyone can see us now.
ghostly after image of leathery silver wings protruding from the back of Petunia.
Oh boy.
Petunia's eyes glow with the same white energy as her the gem in her chest. She begins to speak in a voice that is at the same time beautiful and frightening. She is speaking in a language that is the ancient draconic language of Aarakocra. So, unless you speak draconic, you don't understand her, and Hazel's going to translate. She says, "Rot, shift, crack, and flow, fierce fury given form. The Titan's shadow defiles the land. Darkness to suffocate the air and blind the sun. Hopeless night eternal. 4 points of light emerge once more. Aarakocran fire burning bright. Invoke the ancient stone's accord. Awaken behemoth might."
None of that sounds safe.
Yeah.
And that translated to
The
everybody.
moonlight flares up and becomes blinding flash, to which you have to turn your eyes away.
Petunia.
And as suddenly as it appeared, it rescinds into the sky. The ghostly afterimage has disappeared. However, as the moonlight rescinds, you see a hooded figure standing behind Petunia. The hooded figure reaches out with a hand that begins to crackle with sickly greenish energy. And he grabs Petunia, and the tendrils of magic wrap around her, and you see him withdraw his hand, extracting the gem from her chest.
Don't hurt Petunia! I want to try to help Petunia.
She collapses to the ground.
I rush for Petunia.
As you rush for Petunia, the figure simply walks away.
I loose an arrow at him.
I shoot Ray of Frost.
A giant arrow.
Your arrow lodges into his back. Your ray of frost slows his movement,
10 feet.
and yet he continues onward. He reaches back and extracts the arrow and brushes off the frost that pooled on his cloak. Thank you for bringing this to me.
Oh, crap.
You've gone to a great deal of trouble to try and find the Scion, but you have simplified things. I'm sure the village of Star will also thank you for your efforts.
What did you do to Petunia?
He dissipates into a cloud of swirling leaves
I check on Petunia.
and is carried off by the wind. Petunia is coughing and weak. The wound in her chest is not grievous, but it looks painful.
I want to try to bandage her chest.
Roll a medicine check.
Oh, that's a critical fail.
As you go to tend Petunia, you grab her and she cries out in pain as you attempt to help. Ah! Stop! Stop! You'll only make it worse!
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sorry. Korv, can you help?
A voice that seems to be carried on the wind calls out, "This is Herod. All mercenaries, the time has come. You are to march upon the village of Star. Leave none alive."
Take water with you.
You begin to hear a commotion of activity. All right, you heard the man. Let's go! And the camp comes alive, buzzing with activity.
I want to shoot an arrow down at the men below. I want to cast
15,
a
30.
hail of thorns, so if that 5 feet radius of whatever I hit
Jeez.
will be in.
Sure, you can do that.
Okay, well, I'd like to shoot that at a guy. 17 again.
You hit a guy, and he has 4 people standing around him. 5 guys drop dead. 1 of them from the arrow, 4 of them from the thorns that erupt from his dead body.
And I want to do it again! 5, right?
The people who are standing around them say, "What? What the heck was that?"
Only 95
And they look up
more.
and they see you reaching across and say, "Hey, there's somebody up there! What's going on?"
2.
Yep, you kill another guy with an arrow, and 3 people were standing next to him. So in the blink of an eye, Robair kills 8 men!
Yeah!
Kills
Yay.
8 men! Now that they know you're here,
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
they are taking measures to avoid your arrows. A detachment of them break off from the people who are gathering their things and moving away.
Yeah.
So a small force is coming up to deal with you.
We've got it coming.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pull out my loot and use my healing word to take care of Petunia.
You also notice a number of them are like clutching their stomachs as they try and hobble away from the main group. That
Oh,
is,
yeah!
that is-
I am a plague upon your people.
in fact, it seems like they specifically are singling out people who are feeling ill to go and deal with you. Petunia feels this surge of energy, and she sustained a couple of wounds during that fight. Those wounds close up. The wound on her chest does not.
Oh.
Do you have any memories, Petunia? What was that?
I'll explain later. We should get out of
Can
here
I
first.
say something?
We're going to go down the stairs.
Just
We're
to
going
the
to start to go down. Yeah.
So you go down to the ground floor, and you can hear them banging on the front door that's been barricaded.
You don't want
How many did I see coming into the front door or trying to get in?
You saw at least 8.
Let's go out the back, guys.
I agree.
We barred the front.
I agree.
Let's do it.
At the side.
And as you open the side door, you see a number of mercenaries approaching the side door as well.
Wait, let's hide behind the throne. Let's hide behind the throne. We wait for them
wait
to
them
leave.
out?
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, you shift the throne back into place.
Yeah, plus 3. 15.
And we are quiet now.
Everybody roll a stealth check.
15.
9.
14.
3.
As you hide behind the throne, you're all pressed up against the walls. Korv, with his uncomfortableness in contained spaces, is shifting and shuffling his wings, and a couple of feathers come loose and fly up in Eden's face. And Eden sneezes. And Korv gets startled by the sneeze and backs into the gate that's been wrenched off its hinges, which clatters to the ground.
Whoopsie.
You hear voices from the other side of the throne. What was that? You hear that? Oh, I don't feel so good. Oh, can I just lie down for a little bit?
There's a bed upstairs.
Oh, man. Are you sure he should be in here? Oh, they killed the insects.
You remember when Howard put those things in here? Those things are gross. I'm glad he didn't want us in here. I didn't want to come in here. Just shut up! There could be upstairs. You check the throne room, I'll check upstairs. That's you. You come with me, and you stay down here. Here we go, let's go. Oh, do I have to climb the stairs? I'm okay.
That's ambush. Ambush.
Well, I saw him just a second ago when we came in the side door. They couldn't have ran upstairs already, could they? I don't know. Nobody's yelling anything from upstairs.
I want to open it up and intimidate them. I'm a giant effing genie. I'm gonna laugh.
You burst out from behind the throne room. They shriek in terror. Ah!
Yeah, I'd like to intimidate them.
Okay. Roll intimidation.
3.
Yeah, they are scared, but
Sure.
their natural reaction is to open fire on you.
Okay.
Roll for initiative.
3.
12.
5.
13.
The guards rush in. Ah! Kill it! Kill it! Gonna be 3 attacks on Robair.
And my jelly butt.
First attack, 9 to hit. Second attack, 8 to hit. Third attack, 10 to hit.
Miss. Sword on this guy. Oh, 2.
Will not hit.
Let's
I
see.
would like to hit
3.
Baldy. 8 to hit.
That will not hit.
I am gonna try vicious mockery on the guy closest to me, the baldy dude.
He failed his saving throw.
2. He just gets 2 damage and he gets disadvantage on his next attack.
That one's gonna pull out a bow and start shooting. 15 to hit.
Miss.
The crossbow bolt thunks into your shield.
Hazel's gonna shoot Rayo Frost. 16 to hit.
That will hit.
And that will be 1 ice damage.
One. Petunia is going to be grasping at her chest weakly, labored breathing. She searches around the ground for a stone. She picks up a pebble, but winces in pain and drops it, and skips her turn. So 2 attacks on Robair. 19 even with
That's a
disadvantage. 5, 6 piercing damage as he jabs at you with a spear. Second attack on Robair. 18 to hit.
That's a hit.
Another 5 piercing damage. Jab, jab!
All right, I'm going to hit Baldy. 13 to hit.
Negative.
I'm gonna use some old-fashioned my bow again. 11 to hit.
That will not hit.
11 to hit.
Crossbow. 16 to hit.
That is a hit.
3 piercing damage.
What it does?
Hazel's gonna Ray of Frost Baldy. 11 to hit.
Nope. Petunia hobbles over and touches Robair's back and heals him for 4 points.
Nice.
This guy's gonna help us! Help us! Robair. 9 to hit.
Miss.
And 14 to hit.
Miss. On the shielded guy, I do 24 attack.
24 will hit.
7 piercing.
Eden is going for Baldy again. 15 to hit.
15 will not hit.
Oh man! I'm gonna try another bow. I got 9.
9 will not hit. This is gonna be a crossbow shot by just hanging out. Miss with the crossbow.
Hazel runs up to Baldy and shocking grasps him. Or I
Critical
critically
fail.
fail.
Hey.
Whatever then. That was a choice.
Roll a d100.
5.
You lose your combat footing, exposing yourself to your target. Your target has advantage on their first attack roll against you next round. Petunia, you know, just hold on to Robair. 5 more points back.
Nice.
Oh, Petunia, you're the best.
Guards. 2 attacks. Once again, 10 to hit.
Miss.
8 to hit.
Miss.
It's just like
It's like
it's like Nerf swords. You're hitting, just not doing anything.
It's like a 1 minute battle and it's just whiff, arrows everywhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack the bald guy. Yeah, 20 to hit.
Hey, there you go.
An 8 slicing damage and dicing
Are you
damage.
aiming to kill?
Yeah.
Finally.
You cut off the top of his head.
Nice.
He's no longer bald.
Okay, I'm gonna hit helmet guy. 9 to hit.
Nope.
24 to hit. 4 damage.
Damage,
good.
yo.
Thank you guys.
Are you trying to kill?
Yeah, damn it. He started it.
Ah!
Okay.
Jeez.
You've technically resolved combat.
Technically.
What does that mean?
Yeah, let's go out the
Well, we're-
side door.
We also have to sort of maybe possibly protect Star from being destroyed by a bunch of our people.
Can I sleep on it?
Do we even care about Star?
I do.
Asking the important questions.
Okay. You said it. Let's go get Star.
They're good people
Are there
there.
any horses or left? Did they take all the horses?
I don't know. Let's check.
When we check the stables?
Can we bust open the back door?
We hear
We'll never
commotion
catch up.
from the upper floors of the tower.
No.
They're all breaking down their tents and camps, and it's going to take them a while before they actually start moving out. The
kill.
immediate concern is that 2 guards ran off to get their friends that had gone upstairs.
Let's go upstairs and finish the rest of them off.
We can still hide. Go back to hiding.
They saw where they saw our hiding spot.
Isn't
Why
there a
somebody?
basement? Can we go?
There's
Is that
the
the
cellar.
other?
We could go in the
can
cellar.
we go in the cellar and bar the door?
Well, let's hide in the cellar.
Okay, hiding in the cellar, barring the door. I'm gonna push all my might against that door.
We're trying to make it look like we left.
You have about
Yeah, we're
Do
down
it.
in
Put
the
some
cellar.
blood on your shoes from the guys we killed, and walk outside the door, and I'll pick you up and bring you back inside.
you hide in the cellar.
And Petunia can tell us what the hell is going on.
Oh yeah.
Quietly.
You listen intently at the door, and it seems as though they took the bait.
If we wait an hour, it's a short rest we could take.
So are we taking a rest?
Okay, you guys take a rest. I'm doing okay. I'm gonna listen at the door, make sure we're okay. Like take a watch.
Don't brag.
Petunia relates to you that she saw, as she was wreathed in the light, she saw flashes of ancient Aarakocra. She knows that she was there in some form or another, not necessarily in body, but perhaps in spirit. She was there during the time of ancient Aarakocra. And she, in fact, is a Scion of Aarakocra, blessed with the gift of prophecy. What she spoke on top of the tower was some sort of prophecy. She doesn't know what it means, but she knows that the generations of Scions before her passed it down from years to years to years through the generations. And it was preserved in the nation of Aarakocra as something important. Whatever the prophecy was, in their time, it never seemed to come to pass. Even during the Great War with Baal Taroth and the Tieflings, nothing that seemed to match the description of the prophecy came to pass.
Is she really old?
She doesn't know if she was there in body or in spirit. She
Gotcha.
just knows that she saw visions of ancient Aarakocra.
Do you know anything about
Memories that welled up from when she was there.
Do you know anything about Herod and why he targeted you and the gem in your chest?
I know that the gem is a source of energy as ancient as Aarakocra. No doubt anyone with any magical acuity would want it.
Do we need to heal?
Are you gonna be
She
okay?
doesn't know what he wants to use it for, but she does know that she's significantly weakened, can no longer shapeshift, and has trouble focusing on spells.
Herod's,
I think the first thing we need to talk about after knowing what little we know is what are we gonna do about Star?
I say we try
Got
and
me
get
an
out of here,
inspiration
get
die.
horses, and get to Star.
After an hour,
I'd like
look
to
out.
go out quietly, stealthily, and look
Peek
outside
out.
the door.
Peek out. Make sure nobody's there in the camp
roll
anymore.
a stealth check.
Critical fail.
Oh,
No, the total is 6.
As you are opening the side door outwards, you slip and you clatter against the door as you're about to open it.
I open it and look outside.
The mercenaries are gone, but you see a camp of hunters that have stayed behind.
What are you still
try-
doing here? You're gonna be late. Aren't we? You were ordered to attack Star.
Hey, are you the ones that killed Harry and Frank? For Harry! And they start charging at you.
Wait! I will offer money. To apologize. It was an accident.
We have jewels,
I feel
too.
terrible about it.
How much?
For the family of Harry and his friends, I will give you 40 gold pieces.
4 of our companions never made it back. You're
10.
saying their lives are only worth 10 pieces each?
I'm saying I'm giving you all the wealth that I have because I am terribly sorry for what I have.
Well, we could just kill you and take that wealth anyway.
Okay, I'll take your wealth then and your lives, and I won't feel bad about Harry no more because I tried.
Roll for initiative.
10.
18.
11.
9.
I mean,
So they got their bows all out and trained on you. All of them miss. So basically everybody can get up here.
I'm doing vicious mockery.
This guy passes his wisdom save.
I'm Ray of Frost. 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
That is 2 on.
I'm gonna go out there. This is for Harry. 11.
Not quite. So this guy's gonna attack you with his hunting knife. 10 to hit. And the rest are gonna fire arrows at you. Miss. Miss. 18 to hit.
Hit.
5 piercing damage.
And I'm gonna come out and go towards on the left. And I'm going to hit him. 13 to hit.
That'll hit.
6 damage.
I'm staying right where I am, and I'm trying Vicious Mockery again at the same guy that is by Robair.
Rolled a natural 20.
Hazel's gonna come out, stand next to Idunn, and shock and grasp Jake here.
Critical fail. Roll a d100.
36.
As you attack your opponent, you begin to fear that they are the superior combatant.
It's true.
No.
Disadvantage on your next attack roll against this target.
I'm gonna attack that guy. I'm gonna do a Slayer's Prey upon him. 24 to hit.
That will hit.
10 damage.
Are you killing him?
Yes.
1 hunting knife against Robair. 17 to hit.
Hit.
2 piercing damage. Dagger against Hazel. 21 to hit.
That's gonna do it.
And 3 piercing damage. Dagger against Idunn. 11 to hit.
Does not hit. Okay, I will hit squad again. 12 to hit.
12 will hit.
8 damage.
8 damage. You aiming to kill?
Yes.
I'm gonna do Vicious Mockery again.
14 to save.
17 to shock his grasp.
That will shock him.
5 shock damage.
Cutting this man down. 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
It'll be 4 damage.
This guy disengages, throws down his weapons, moves back, and begins to throw up his hands. Saying, I don't need to die here. Harry wasn't my friend.
Oh,
This guy, however, is like, how dare you betray Harry? And he fights on. Dagger against Idunn. 16 to hit.
Oh, it hits.
2 piercing damage.
Yeah, that's okay.
Can I just pick him up and try to tie him into a knot?
You can attempt to grapple him.
Yes, can I attempt to grapple
It's a
him,
strength attack.
please? 5.
He evades your attempt to grapple.
Shocking the grass. I'm gonna use the shocking grass dice. Critical
Critical
fail!
fail!
Another
Roll
shocking grass.
D100. Where's Toad
How are
during
the
all this?
odds?
Toad,
of
I put
this.
Toad in like a little satchel sort of thing, like tied it
Oh,
up.
don't fall on your
earlier.
butt. Don't fall on your saddle.
27.
You lose your balance while attacking.
No.
You fall prone and your movement is reduced to 0. Roll an acrobatics check.
14.
You swivel your body so you don't land on your bag.
That's right.
My God.
Short sword. 7 to hit.
Nope.
I'm taking a chance on with my bow. 20 to hit.
20 will hit.
5.
You wish to kill him.
Yes.
So the other one is
In
running
self-defense.
away.
I'm going to run after him.
Roll an athletics check.
Okay. 22.
You catch up with him easily and catch him. What do you want to do with him?
Knot him. Unless, okay, before I knot him, I'm going to say, hey, will you help us? Will you come with us
Yes, I'll do anything you want.
and help us?
Yes,
in our next
absolutely.
quest? All right.
Absolutely.
All right, I will not knot you, but if you
We can-
ever do anything that pisses me off, I will knot you.
I understand.
Okay, and then I take him back.
What route will the mercenaries take towards Star?
Well, they will go. The mercenaries will take the most direct route that they can. They know of the chasm that you crossed in order to get here. They have a lot of wagons. It's 35 feet across, and they have been building ramps as part of the construction here. So they have ramps that stretch over the chasm, so they won't be slowed down by the chasm. But since that's the only reason they built the ramps, they won't take them with them. So they'll cross
We
over
can
and just
use
leave
them
the
too.
ramps there. They were being paid, apparently by Herod. This group of hunters wanted to stay behind because of the 4 hunters that never came back. They wanted to go and search for them. The rest of the mercenaries took off. These 4 hunters hung out, and they do have their own horses, 4 horses.
So we're gonna
If
use
we
some
take the horses, we can get back to Star.
What do they want to do with Star? What's that Star that's so pertinent?
They just don't like
They
us.
said they're going to attack it.
Why?
Herod
They
yelled
said
out over
leave
the
none
loudspeaker.
alive.
What does Herod have against Star Village?
I think it's us.
That's
I
the
think he's
question.
mad
Are
at
you
us.
asking the hunter?
Yeah.
I don't know. They were just hiring us to feed the camp. I only
Okay.
heard bits and pieces that Herod was the big shot, who was the mastermind behind all this.
Where did they hire you hunters from?
Me? Well, I'm from the continent of Moea. Personally, that's where I grew up.
What?
He hunted in the Ermine Forest. That's where he learned his hunter's trade.
What does he know about Temperantia?
She is one of the second in commands. In the absence of Herod's orders directly, like you just heard, she would usually dole them out. Everybody would talk behind her back because she was so mean to everybody. Everybody was kind of secretly glad when she showed up and looked all shredded up.
Do you have any healing supplies?
He has basic medical supplies, no magical abilities.
I'd like to find something like a bandage for what's her name's hole in her chest.
Yeah, you can. He's got basic medical supplies, so you could bandage her up.
So look, sir, I recommend you go back to your home, to your family, and count your blessings you live today.
Absolutely, I will. Yes, I'll never hook up with these kind of nefarious individuals ever again.
Good luck to you.
We have to get back. Let's go. Let's go to Star. I don't see any other reason.
So you're going to attempt to ride quickly, evade detection by the group of mercenaries, and attempt to get to Star before they do. Everybody roll a, starting out with, we're going to say roll survival check.
Goodbye.
9.
18.
6. Jeez, three of you are not speedy travelers. You're a little too concerned at first about avoiding the main army, so you go way too far off course. So that's one failure.
Whoops.
It took you guys at least 6 days to get here with 4 people at a pretty leisurely pace. You know it's
Oh,
going to
yeah,
take
it did
them
take us a long time.
probably like 8 days. That was leg 1. Leg 2, next leg of the journey. Everybody roll animal handling.
16.
19.
Critical 1.
20.
Even though Hazel is having trouble with her horse, the rest of you kind of corral it into place so that it doesn't bolt, and you manage to keep on course. Third leg of the journey, you're gonna roll perception.
16.
15.
19.
9.
All see the cloud of dust that the mercenary army are kicking up, and so you manage to find a route that does not intercept with them and manage to get past them. And the fourth leg of the journey, after you get past them, I'm guessing you're gonna hightail it out. Everybody roll
A hightail.
Constitution check.
10.
10.
2.
18.
Korv is forced to land.
4.
You surmise that it's
Petunia.
probably best for you to ride with Petunia, since she seems
The
the
lightest.
lightest. Last leg of the journey, you see familiar territory. You're gonna use a nature check.
7.
15.
18.
19.
And you identify many of the plants in the area, and you know that these are the ones that outlie the village of Star. You know you're in the right place, on the right track. And eventually, you come back to the village of Star. You ride back into the town of Star, village of Star. As you are spotted by the guards up top, they sound the alarm, clunk, 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 clunk. And as you ride into town, you see the rest of the town has, upon hearing the alarm, has gathered in the village hall where the guard barracks are. You see a number of new faces clutching spears
Oh, good.
as they have volunteered for the town guard. You see Thomas with his commanding presence now,
Yeah.
ordering the townspeople around, and you notice that there have been a few makeshift defenses that have been set up in the
Good.
town.
Good.
Mostly just wooden poles that have been sharpened into stakes and
Better than
lashed
nothing.
together in rough caltrop shapes. They welcome you back, and Guard Captain Yako gets an update on everything you saw. Lady Arya is amongst them, and she sees Petunia and takes her and says, "I'll see what I can do for her."
Thank you, Arya.
She definitely should not be fighting anybody. at
Oh,
this
come
point.
on. I'm just kidding.
As you formulate a plan, you realize that your wits are a little bit sharper, your arms are a little bit stronger, you feel the weapons becoming more familiar in your hands, and you've leveled up to level 4.
Yeah.
Bump, bump. Can
So,
we get
at level
up?
4, you gain your HP, goes up. 2, you have the choice, you have 3 choices. Choice 1, increase 2 of your ability scores by 1. Choice 2, increase 1 of your ability scores by 2. Choice 3, do not increase your ability scores, but take a feat, which is listed in the player's handbook. Again, if you increase your ability modifiers, or your ability stats, your modifiers may go up. Paige is done. Paige, what did you do?
I put 1 in Constitution, 1 in Strength.
Constitution string, buffing up both of your modifiers up
Buffing
by
up
1.
both.
Sam, what'd you do?
Dexterity.
Just Dex?
Yeah, so I can have my modifier at
Nice.
+1.
Also, since all your modifiers change, all your skill numbers that use those relevant modifiers change, and saving throws. So recalculate.
Including an attack bonus and damage.
Curley, what'd you choose?
I raised my Constitution and my Charisma. So now I have a +4 in Charisma, which changes all my spells.
Aaron, what'd you do?
I did Constitution, which didn't do absolutely anything, and I did 1 for Charisma, which increased all my Charisma points.
So what do you got, 16 in Charisma now?
Yep,
16 in Charisma.
16 in Charisma.
Hey. Oh yeah, also on the road you can identify those. The potion that you had is a potion of mind reading. The quiver that Hazel picked up, Quiver of Elona. Quiver of Elona has 3 chambers. Each chamber can hold 60 arrows bolts in the shortest compartment. The mid-sized compartment can hold up to 18 javelins or similar objects. The longest compartment can hold up to 6 long objects such as bows, quarterstaffs, or spears. All right. The village of Star is in danger from an army of mercenaries. How do you want to proceed?
Do they have trenches? Can we dig some trenches?
They did not dig trenches.
I would like to go out and dig some trenches.
As the crow flies, you estimate they probably will arrive in 2 days.
We heard Herod's orders. We're straight up, leave no one else, no one alive.
Yep.
Do you think we can defend this home? I mean, or we can get everyone out and...
Yeah, we do have ships and a port.
We could leave. I mean, I know that sounds horrible, but it's
Sounds
better than death.
dying.
Yeah.
The people that aren't able to fight in the town, they should wait at the fisherman's consortium and be next to the boats.
On a boat, yeah. Get everyone on a boat that's not in combat. Kids, non-fighting people.
So when things turn for the worst, we can have them leave at least.
Just
They shouldn't be on the boat. I don't know. I doubt they're gonna attack from the water, but if they do, yeah.
Can
Yep.
I find out what the berries the beans?
Yes, you can. I forgot that. That's a bag of beans. You have 5 beans in the bag. There are many effects. A, if you dump out the bag's contents on the ground, they explode in a 10-foot radius extending from the beans. Each creature in the area must make a DC 15 dex save, taking 5d4 fire damage on a fail, or half as much on a success. If you remove one bean from the bag, plant it in dirt or sand, and then water it, the bean produces an effect 1 minute later from the ground. Either I can choose an effect or determine it randomly.
I like the explosion already.
That's it. You can toss them as an explosion, or you can plant it and have fun stuff happen.
I would say plant it in the plant one in the field in front where the guys are gonna come. You're gonna dig trenches. I'm gonna help make those sharp sticks.
We have 2 days, right?
In the trenches?
Yeah.
We have two days left?
Yeah. Well, approximately. Yeah.
Ish.
Where do you want to dig trenches? Is the question.
Kind of.
Yako,
Is there a
his military expertise says there's 2 thoughts that spring into his head. You could either try and do a big perimeter trench, or you could do smaller tactical trenches that they may not be expecting if they're going through the town.
Yeah. Let's bottleneck them.
We have
So you're
kind
gonna
of
dig
an
like
idea.
a big half trench outside to try and funnel them one way, and then a couple of small ones inside to try and hang them
Slow
up.
them down.
I'm happy
Yes.
with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I
dig
like the
that.
bottleneck
I'll
idea.
I dig that.
You dig it? Honey!
Keep
There-
missing the video.
There's a lot of work for the old finger guns there. I'm gonna go outside of town and find a place to put Toad, and then tell him to chill. if we
What
need
is your
him.
specific command? You go out to the town. What's your specific command that you give Toad?
Stay safe.
Stay safe.
Yeah.
Is the command that you give Toad.
Sit. Stay safe. Don't move. And then talking with Jocko, I want to find a place that I can stand on top of and cast.
The
Stuff
guard
from-
towers are here and there, 15. The tallest building would be the Star Lodge because it has a fly space, a small fly space up top.
You're
If they're
so
trying to
close
funnel
to
them
each
in,
other.
they're gonna probably dig a half trench
Okay.
around here, trying to get them to come this way towards this wall. There's the wall and the tower.
So then for
So it sounds like you're gonna try and funnel them in here.
What do our forces look like, Steve?
Your forces are
two 10-year-old kids, Thomas.
4 heroes strong.
Oh, jeez.
You have the 4 normal town guard,
Like how much?
including Thomas. So Thomas is like 2 guys now.
Awesome.
You have Yako, and you have a contingent of lumberjacks who look like they can heft axes. The lumberjacks are probably about 20 strong. Felix at the head.
We got this.
20.
And then a handful of townspeople, maybe 10 to 15 townspeople.
Who are helpful
Who
or
are-
who need to hide?
The very basic of the basic. Who,
Does the armory have any shields?
yes, you can get a shield
I
course.
want to collect all of
2 to 3 pounds.
the armory weapons and put them out near the area that we're gonna fight.
Yako wants to know your reasons.
I'm working on a new spell.
What's your spell? Yako doesn't want to give up the arms.
Let me take this sword and watch what I can do. And I cast catapult.
Just tell me! Yako yells at you.
I can shoot a sword or an object very far and very fast and do a lot of damage.
You can launch inanimate objects.
Yeah.
So use something else other than our weapons.
Okay. Got an idea? Rocks? Stones? Something?
Lumberjacks have stumps.
If you can
Firewood.
catapult and shoot it into the oncoming army, that would be
Lumberjacks
very
can
helpful.
chuck chunks of firewood at you.
Then we should definitely aim at the Ankylosaurus.
Okay, so I hear you're digging trenches. You
Digging
are
trenches. We're
getting a
funneling
couple
them
pieces of
in.
firewood because you can cast that spell once or twice. Trying to funnel them in.
Please.
What's the end goal here? Are you actually trying to kill everybody? Or drive everybody off by killing enough of them?
Yes.
Yes.
My
that
original
part.
plan is to
Kill, maim.
Yeah, hurt.
Stop them.
If they're gonna hurt,
What's this about an ankylosaurus?
Yeah,
they had an ankylosaurus.
Apparently they
I
don't
don't know if
have
it
weak
survived
ankles.
the travel though.
Well, that's what the trenches will slow down, I suppose. And our caltrops.
Korv,
slow
can you
them
inspire
down.
all these villagers to fight?
Or
Big
gives an
loudness.
inspiring speech. Feature of Steve's campaigns. If you give me an actual good speech, I might give you bonuses on top of whatever normally would
Well,
happen.
y'all don't want to die, and that might happen. So let's not. Let's come together and focus on one thing: killing people that are trying to kill you first.
Scaring them off. As well.
And we got your backs. We'll lead you ahead. We have plans. I think that if y'all just kind of stay around and kick some ass, we'll win. And with little deaths, little bit of deaths.
You
I'm
had
being
me until that part.
I'm being
You
realistic.
had me until that part.
Just keep going.
Korv means little deaths on their side.
Yeah, their side.
Let's do it.
Okay. So, what are your positions going to be when the army appears?
Up in the air. I want to see everything.
Put yourselves at your starting positions. Looks like Korv is going to be in the air, starting at the guard tower.
Korv is
Robair,
waving at
are
the
you on
camera.
top of a roof or in a building?
Yeah, I'm on top.
Robair's on top.
I'm on the ground.
Eden's on the ground.
I'm on a building.
Hazel's on a building. The volunteer
He's
townspeople plus the 3 guards are there. And the loggers
In
are
case-
in the backside
in
of
case
town.
they're-
The morning arrives when you expect to see the mercenaries. And indeed, across the western horizon, you see the army.
They're coming.
Dozens strong, marching forward. At the front is the Ankylosaurus, which has been outfitted with makeshift armor plating. Simple iron plates are lashed and affixed to it. Many of the mercenaries carry simple wooden shields and their handheld weapons. Swords, axes, maces, clubs. A handful of them have ranged weaponry, crossbows, and the like.
And they're coming from where we think they're coming
They're
from?
coming from the direction that you hope they're coming from.
All right. I need to lay my one of my
Your beans?
bean eggs.
How close do you get is the question.
300 feet away.
You want to be out of range of their archery stuff.
Okay. All right.
Plant a bean, water it, and dash off. Let's see what happens. They see you fly down, and a few people shout out, and they
scratch
launch
my
arrows
head.
at you. Ineffectively, they launch arrows at you. As you land, you see them all see you and give out a war cry, and they pick up the pace. Okay, so you leave the bean to sprout. The bean sprouts into a campfire with blue flames. Appearing atop the campfire is a frying pan with 6 eggs frying in the frying pan.
I love this now.
The army approaches. One scout runs ahead and investigates the campfire. He tentatively reaches out and touches the frying pan, and when nothing happens, he removes it from the fire and brings it back into the mercenary force, supposedly to take it to his leader.
Can we see how many approximately are coming at us right now?
There seem to be approximately 70 of them.
Hazel
All
casts his mage armor.
There's a vanguard of about 10 scouts that go up, and they see the trenches, and they signal back to the rest of the army that their trenches are there. So as soon as they come into Robair's range, he starts shooting.
So, on one of the scouts,
I
19
got
to
a
hit.
shield.
19 to hit. You begin loosing your volleys of arrows. Masterful shots, and you begin to knock out some of them. You eliminate a couple of the scouts. So yeah, Robair knocks down a couple of them as they're approaching. Korv can also launch.
I got 22 to hit.
Yeah, Korv also looses some arrows. Robair and Korv roll dexterity saves.
25.
15.
You both manage to dodge the arrows that are shot at you. Hazel can open up.
I would like to cast catapult.
You knock one of them down. They continue in. They begin to funnel. They see the arrows coming at them, so they're going to let the ankylosaur go first and raise shields. People who are not carrying shields are going to get behind the people who do have shields.
I would like to swoop
No.
in and cast Animal Friendship on Ankylosaurus.
You are hit with arrows on your descent. Ankylosaurus rolls a 19 wisdom saving throw. Korv, you take 7 damage from an arrow.
Are the guys next to me, do they have shields? Can I ask them to start banging on their shields, and I'm going to start screaming and trying to intimidate whoever's coming around?
A couple of them do have shields.
Okay,
you
start
can
banging. I'm going to
start that process.
Get the villagers ready.
I'm going to do the Robair classic. I'm going to shoot a clump, and I'm going to hail of thorns
Hail
on it.
Thorns.
10 to hit.
Take out 2 guys.
Might as well cast Levitate now.
Get up in the
Leviosa.
sky.
I jump to a building a little further back. There.
Okay, so I'd like to move a little bit further back and attempt a true strike at the poor old Ankylosaurus. So you extend your hand and point a finger at a target in range. Your magic grants you a brief insight into the target's defenses. On your next turn, you gain advantage on your first attack roll against the target.
Roll a dex save.
15.
Arrows are whizzing by, but you manage to dodge them.
So I'm going to use a sorcery wellspring point, distance spell, my shatter of 11.
Take out 5 of them instead of more.
Nice. Do another Hail of Thorns. 16.
Take out 4 more guys.
I'm going to use Vicious Mockery.
Vicious Mockery on the Ankylosaurus. That will, yes, take effect.
It's 1.
Roll a dex save, Korv.
It's 12.
You take 8 piercing damage.
And then I will distant wellspring it up and shatter. 2.
Take out 10 of them.
Nice. Holy dang.
So I'm just gonna run ahead
Lead a charge.
and attack. Oh,
You jump in.
jumping in.
40 guys in front of you. You run in.
That's what I'm doing. I'm raging. That's my first.
Yeah, she's
There
leading
you
all
go.
those guys. She's the general.
And you
Thomas
enter
goes in.
into melee combat.
I'm also. Yeah.
Because
giving
of
me
the
rage.
funnel, they are bottlenecked in, so they can't surround you.
Yes.
Roll a attack roll with advantage.
Crit.
Take out 6 of them in your rage.
Whoa, dang.
At this point, the Ankylosaurus gets into the picture, and the townspeople are going to fight as best they can. They're staying alive. They managed to take out 1 guy. Thomas is ineffective in combat, but he's running really quickly, and they can't touch him.
That's the good part. All right.
The
Do what you can do.
Ankylosaurus comes into play.
Uh-oh.
It spins around and thwacks out with its great tail, and it cleaves a number of townspeople back, opening up a pathway for a number of them to spill into the town.
Oh, my final Hail of Thorns into the front
Thorns.
cluster of guys. 14.
Take out 6 more. A few of these guys begin to throw vials of alchemist fire,
Oh man.
setting fire to some of the buildings around.
I'm gonna try sleep. So what I'm trying to get is the Ankylosaurus and all surrounding guys, hopefully around it.
3 of the mercenaries fall asleep.
I'm going to catapult a log at the Ankylosaurus then.
Failed the saving throw.
10 log damage.
And manages to hit an unarmored spot. Idunn can be in the fray once again, raging. Roll attack with advantage.
16.
Take out 6 more. Yes! The lumberjacks are now up against the Ankylosaurus, and the Ankylosaurus is swinging wildly and hits a couple of them. 2 lumberjacks get clubbed with the club and are sent flying. See their forms fly through the air and hit the ground, motionless.
Oh.
The townspeople here move up to engage these guys, and as these guys are moving forward, they toss vials of alchemist fire into the group of townsfolk.
Ah, dang it, these guys.
The townsfolk lose 4 people under their assault.
So regular arrows into the group. 20.
Goes into the skull of one of the mercenaries. You take him out.
I'm gonna try my animal friendship again.
10 to save.
Charms
Charm.
it.
A charmed creature can't attack the charmer or target the charmer with harmful abilities or magical effects. The charmer has advantage on any ability checks to interact socially with the creature. You're gonna lose another 2 townspeople.
I'm gonna levitate into the fray. Yeah, actually, I'd like to levitate down onto a group of them and try to knock a bunch over from the roof.
Roll an attack roll.
22.
Take out 4 of them on your descent. There's 10 of them left, and 3 are asleep in the back line.
I'd like to just chill it out.
Animal handling with
Animal
advantage on the Ankylosaurus.
12.
So yeah, you calm it down and it stops.
purring, right?
It stops.
Purring.
Stops swinging.
Aw.
Normal rage attack, right?
Yes.
8 to hit.
Take out 1 of them.
Okay, cool.
Townspeople fight. The lumberjacks joining in. They're getting into the surrounding the bad guys.
Come on in.
1 of the lumberjacks falls in combat.
And doesn't take.
Take down 2 more.
Yes.
Nice.
7 of them left, and they are going to attempt to make a run for it. They start running and scattering in between the buildings. Where are you going to pursue?
You better believe it.
Roll athletics.
16.
16, yeah. You manage to keep pace.
Where do you think you're going?
I'm gonna go after him as well.
Athletics.
18.
You manage to keep up with them, and you manage to surround them. Hazel,
coming.
catches up. The lumberjacks and town people stay behind to tend to their fallen. You have surrounded a group of the final 6 mercenaries, and as you close in on them, they're all holding their weapons and shaking in fear. And then you see them all double over and clutch at their stomachs. It burns! It burns! And they all combust into flaming balls of fire. The flaming balls of fire coalesces and swirls, combining into a
necromancy.
grotesque, multi-armed fire elemental,
What?
The butt.
which then begins to attack you. Dang, Robair, are you aiming to kill the elemental?
Yeah,
because
baby.
you just did.
I was the one who did that dig.
I've been doing damage to it all
Yeah.
day. The biggest. I'm still giant.
You
on the
have
inside.
successfully resolved combat.
Was it because the eggs?
It was because of the eggs.
Jeez.
Sorry, guys. They were bad eggs.
Hey, it was worth it.
The mercenary force has been stopped. The village of Star has been saved. Our heroes return triumphant. The town in uproarious exultation.
Yeah.
Minus the ones, the family
Minus
members
the
of the
fallen.
dead.
May Lathander protect their souls as they ascend to the heavens. Woo! This has been Dynamite D&D. We're going to end it there.
That is
It's been a good
high
session.
note.
They went up through the Astral Tower, found the mysterious Herod who ripped out the gem from Petunia's chest.
Oh.
And we will return next week on Sunday.
Thanks for supporting us, everybody. This has been Dynamite D&D. You can subscribe on the Patreon if you want to support the channel and all of what we do here.
Also, Drunk Kids Gaming is a streamer too that you could support and watch.
If you want to see Sam paint really cool things like my Hazel mini,
That's once again, check out all those links below. And we'll see you next week, Sunday at high
Thank you,
noon.
guys.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you had a good time.
Love you.
I am Steve, the Dungeon Master. That is Erin. That is Sam. That is Curley. And that is Paige. We'll see you next time. Woo!